We're back now with Business and Culture Minister John King says there is significant potential for Barbados' film industry to be a major contributor to the island's business environment. The minister made the comment during the official launch of the Business of Film course facilitated by the Barbados Coalition of Service Industries at its Harbour Road St. Michael headquarters. Now, the course, which was free to register for a maximum of 50 participants, started yesterday and will officially end on April the 6th.
The world, to me, is waiting to hear from territories like this. You know, oftentimes, and I just, like I said, I just want to be brief, but I can tell you from working on cruise ships, you know, one of the most interesting things that I used to encounter all the time is when I tell people that I was from Barbados, they will always ask me what part of Jamaica. Always. And this film, this is where we get the opportunity to tell our story. This is where we get to talk about our triumphs, our sorrows, our failures, our expectations.
Well, Business of Film expert and the main tutor for that course, Lorna Garner, talked about her involvement in that project. While Barbados has taken some major steps to be removed from tax and trade blacklists, especially over the last 7 months, while the European Union says it is still not enough. And this despite the fact that Barbados was not included in the most recent tax compliance list released by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or the OECD. Now, the Council of the European Union today issued a revised list of non-cooperative jurisdictions for tax purposes. The news comes just 2 months after Barbados implemented a significantly new corporate tax system that essentially dismantled its old international business sector. In a statement today, the Council of the EU is suggesting that Barbados has replaced a harmful preferential tax regime by a measure of similar effect, and that the island did not commit to amend or abolish it by the end of this year. Barbados is one of 15 countries put on the new list, which includes at least 5 other Caribbean countries. Well, time now to take a look at how those stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.
We get started in Jamaica, where JMMB Group Limited 7.50% was the volume leader, with 8,380,647 units at $1.01 each. They were followed by JMMB Group 7.25% VR, JMD CR Preference Shares, and Mayberry Jamaican Equities Limited. In Trinidad and Tobago, Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited was the volume leader, with 12,878 shares changing hands for a value of $116,389.55. They were followed by One Caribbean Media Limited and NCB Financial Group Limited. And right here in Barbados, Epic Caribbean Property Fund SCC Value Fund was the volume leader, trading 2,058,233 shares at 55 cents each. And they were followed by Banks Holdings Limited and Barbados Farms Limited.
And in international business, the United States trade deficit surged to a 10-year high of $621 billion in 2018, while the gap with China hit a record peak, despite President Donald Trump's campaign promises to reduce it. According to a report by the U.S. Commerce Department, the trade deficit has continued to widen, despite the protectionist policies by the Trump administration.
You saw trade deficits went down last month. Everyone was trying to find out why. Well, we're taking in a lot of tariff money, and it's going right to the bottom line, and it has reduced the trade deficit. So
in reality, new data shows the trade gap between the United States and China in particular has widened last year by $43 billion to $419 billion. It's a result of an increase in exports from China to the United States, while exports of U.S. goods dropped. And the U.S. trade gap overall? Well, it swelled to a 10-year, $621 billion high. Their numbers not seen since the global financial crisis of 2008. That means, quite simply, that the United States imports far more goods and services worldwide than it sells. This despite promises made by the U.S. president on the campaign trail in 2016 that his policies would put America first in the global marketplace.
And it's time now to get clean with the SSA.
4 days ago, we celebrated International Women's Day. And in this edition of Clean Thoughts, we decided to focus on those hard-working women of the Sanitation Service Authority. I'm Carl Padmore. With me, two outstanding workers, one from the cemeteries and one who is a lorry loader. And they are, what's your name?
My name is Trudy Scott.
And to my right? Chrisita. Let's start with Trudy. Now, Trudy, how long have you been working at SSA?
Well, I've been working at SSA for 34 years.
34 years?
Yes, as that.
And what do you like about your job?
Well, I love my job because I've been here a long time and I went through enough struggles to get to this point. And work become much easier for me now since we use the weed whackers. So I enjoy it a lot.
And you're based where?
I'm based at West Bay Cemetery.
And International Women's Day was last Friday. You're a mother as well?
Yes, please. I'm a mother of 4 daughters and 4 granddaughters.
Oh dear. What is so special about being a mother or grandmother for you?
Yeah, being a grandmother is very special to me because they make me who I am today. They encourage me to have something that I could wake up for on mornings, you know, preparing for them for school and so forth. So although I'm a grandmother, I still see myself as being an overall mother to all of my children. And I enjoy it a lot and I love them very much.
All right, good. And to my right, the lady who you may see at the back of your truck taking those cans, emptying them, and she said to me, be careful because if I come into her way, she'll dump me too. Yes. How long have you been doing your job?
Well, I used to work at Greenland first, and then I get transferred and I come to Wildy. So I was here in Sanitation Service Authority. This year we made 10 years.
10 years?
Yes, please.
And what are some of those things that you encounter in your job that makes it challenging? Because people might think, a woman at the back of the truck. Tell us about it.
Well, I get daily a lot of compliments when I'm working because people actually stand up and watch me working because they say that they never see a woman working behind a garbage truck, and I just handle myself properly. And I love my job.
You're a mother as well?
Well, yes, I'm a mother of 2 children. My son died and leave me with 1 daughter and 5 grandchildren.
5 grandchildren?
4 girls and 1 boy.
Okay. Well, what is so special about being a mother or grandmother for you?
Well, being a mom is very special, and being a grandmother is very special because they put me to wake up and tell myself I have my grandchildren to work for. Well, my daughter is big. My son died, so I say I have my grandchildren to work for her, so I love my child, and then give me encouragement to go and work. SSA is a very nice place to work.
Yeah. I'm going to ask both of you all this question. You see young ladies now, and sometimes they don't seem focused. What advice would you give to young women about finding employment and really working?
Well, working behind a garbage truck for a woman is a very tough job. I prefer a woman, like a young girl, like go to school, get she education, and if she want to work and further her studies and get a different job than working behind a garbage truck.
Right.
That would make me feel good. Because working behind a garbage truck is a very difficult, very hard job. And we SSA women is work very hard and probably work harder than men.
Men, you hear that? The women work harder than you. Yeah.
Of course, we work harder than men.
What about you? What advice would you give to young ladies?
Well, first, I put God first because before Him, we are nothing. And through Him is what caused me to be so long in sanitation. Because I've been in sanitation from the time I was 24 years old until now. So we put God first, and sanitation is raised in a higher standard now than we was before. Maybe we work harder than before, but work becomes much easier now for us that we can work. So my encouragement to young people that to look forward for the future, even if it's not in sanitation, and wherever you will go to work, look forward for a great future of employment for your life.
Wow. Well, until next time, We want you to join us on Facebook at Sanitation Service Authority. For further information about what we do, you can call 535-5000. Our commercial department, 535-5019. I'm Carl Alf Padmore saying, until next week, continue to practice clean thoughts. I'm here with two beautiful, outstanding ladies of SSA.